welcome to another episode of Financial Freeway. My name is David Jatwood, the man rocking the Ray-Bans, and this morning we're heading into work, Monday morning, after a very productive weekend. I'm always a little bit happier when I get stuff done on the weekend, and I think that's the same with. I think most human beings feel that way. I think it's a rare. Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe that it's a rare percentage, a small percentage of people in the world that enjoy doing nothing. I really do, and I think for myself, and this happened with me when I was on vacation for 3 months, or I should say holidays, whatever you want to call it, but I wasn't at work for 3 months, and the idea was to experiment and see if I could actually run things from, far away, from a distance, and remotely, and it worked. Everything worked. There were some issues that popped up that made it challenging, but I was able to do it. If you're a subscriber to the channel, then you remember I was talking about how a hot water tank blew, and I had to finagle getting that replaced while I was on a beach in Vietnam. Not easy, but it was doable. I was able to make that happen. But I enjoy a weekend after a lot of sweat. And for me, I'm the kind of guy who, again, I think I'm in the majority here, who likes getting up and getting things done early in the day and then having the afternoon to relax and enjoy the morning, enjoy the day more than having a leisurely morning. On Sunday, it was Mother's Day, and what my daughters have done for me, for the last 15 years, is they celebrate Mother's Day with me, and they call it Mad Day, Mom and Dad Day, because there are some people out there, and again, this might be the smaller percentage, but there are some guys out there that are actually pulling double duty when it comes to being a parent. So I happen to be one of those guys. So my babies would give me a Mother's Day, and I got to tell you, that was better. That was probably the best gift I could ever get, was them recognizing that, and just them showing up with breakfast and maybe a small symbolic gift was so much appreciated, because it's them saying, we recognize that you did the job of two parents. And I tell you, it means a lot. So those guys out there who don't have kids or don't have any design to have children, think about that, because it's moments like that just, man, I tell you, make everything. Well, I wouldn't say everything worth it. I think that's a lie, but it's a pretty amazing feeling. So one of the big things we did is, I used to have a forest that was on the other side of the fence, a property line from me. And a couple of years ago, that forest got bought up by a development company, and they came in one day with a big old gigantic lawnmower, cleared everything. So it went one day from being a beautiful, lush, and vibrant forest with lots of woodland creatures walking in and out of there. And the price I had to pay was, I couldn't have tulips, and I couldn't have nice new cedar shrubs, because the deer would just come and eat them all. But the flip side was, I got to have deer, families of deer, or herds of deer, squirrels, owls, all kinds of things in my backyard. And well, when they came down, they took the property, and I get developments coming, and that's just the way of the world, and I can't be anti-development, but it sure sucks when it's literally in your backyard. And we went from having a forest, full of animals and creatures, woodland creatures, to we're going to be having some in the neighborhood of like 50 families living back there. And that means more cars. That means, it means everything. And so really not looking forward to that. But to combat that, what me and Gabby did is we went to the property line and we started digging, and we started chopping, and we started planting, and we ended up planting 4 beautiful fruit-bearing trees back there, which I'm always a fan of. I'm always a fan of trees that provide sustenance, apple trees, pear trees. So we planted all those back there, and it was a lot of work. And we chopped up some wood. We made a nice little wood fire pile there that we can have when we're allowed to have campfires again. It was just a good day. But the best part was, and I always say, like, the reward from a hard day's work is a great sleep. I slept amazingly last night. And this morning I got up, I'm at my desk in the office, and I'm looking out and I see the deer fence that we put around the new trees. And I'm just, that looks great. And I'm happy, and it made me happy. And I took joy in that. And I think, I think most people are like that. I think most people don't sometimes get distracted and don't understand that how much joy there is from spending time and cooking a really amazing meal, or taking the kitchen and really giving a deep clean. These things really do give joy, and they give more joy than watching a great movie. I mean, watching a great movie is awesome, but having that sensation of a hard day's work behind you, and being a little tired, and having your muscles be a little sore, and I got a little sunburn on the back of my neck, and all those little tiny pains, they're kind of like almost like a badge of honor, like a medal that you get to wear and say, I did something great today. And I think a lot of people spend way too much time with focusing on results of what it looks like when it's done, how much money it made you, how much money you saved. But sometimes the result is just you get to have a really great night's sleep, and you got that pride, that satisfaction, and it was a good thing. I think my word today would be dive into it. Pick a project. Look around your house. You know that there's something there that needs some doing. You know you've got something in your house that is something that needs to be done. The garage has to be cleaned out. You have to go through your clothes in the closet and start getting rid of the ones you're not ever going to wear again. The ones that don't fit, and by the time you are able to fit back in them, they're probably going to be out of style. Go through that stuff. Clean out your crawl space, and go through the rusty garbage that you've got sitting around in your garage or your backyard. Clean it out. And like I always say, don't try to eat the entire elephant in one bite. Just go out there and start doing little things to start. And one of the things I kept telling Gabby all weekend was, we're just going to work. We'll work until we don't want to work anymore. But get out there and work. Put the work in. We're going to start doing something as major as maybe you've got to clean up the side of your house because it's got a collection of garbage out there. Just start doing the work. Do a little bit. Get out there. Start organizing. Look at it. Be in it. Start picking at it, and do a little bit every day. Do 30 minutes. Do 30 minutes. One of the things I did with the girls when they were young is I would just say, we're only going to clean 1 square meter today. We're going to take a meter, we're going to square it off, and that's what we're going to clean. We're going to go through that, and the rule is that you have to clean this, and you have to put everything away where it properly goes. But just get started, and just do a little bit, and don't brew a pot of coffee and put on your war paint and just be out there for hours at a time and burn yourself out, because what'll happen is you'll avoid it next time. Just go out there and do a little bit. On that note, I'm converting my book Conversations with Kigen to an audiobook, and I've made a decision to not do it all in one sitting, because it's an 8-hour book, and recording the 8 hours is a long time, a lot longer than 8 hours of listening. But then there's the editing, which can add up to about 10 times as long. So you could be looking at 80 hours of work to put together an 8-hour audiobook. So I would say what I do with that is I just say, okay, I'm just going to work on 1 chapter a day and just pound away at that 1 chapter, and then when I'm done, I'm done. I don't make a point to, no, we're going to work through this whole thing. I just do what I can in that 1 day, and eventually that book will be finished and we'll have it published on Audible. Everything will be great that way. But in the meantime, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I think that's the key takeaway, is get out there, start the tasks, work hard, because there is I don't want to say there's happiness there. There is a real happiness in working hard and starting to build the vision of your clean house, or that amazing meal, or that painting that you're working on, or a book you're working on. Whatever it is, work hard, because at the end of it there is a reward, and that is exhaustion, and that is satisfaction, and a good night's sleep, knowing that you've moved forward in your life. I think that's a big thing that a lot of us don't get taught when we're young. Anyways, folks, thanks so much for watching. Again, we've got I'm really excited. We got the mic going. We got great 4K audio going. I've got things figured out, so the videos will be coming up quicker and more seamlessly moving forward. Thanks so much for watching. If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. Check out financialfreeway23.ca. That's where all the good stuff is. That's where the blog posts go. That's where the spreadsheets are. That's where the incredible lists of audible books that you can listen to, audiobooks you can listen to really further your education in life. And again, as I always say, it's so important to spread the word. Get out there, tell people what's going on, let them know, because we want everyone in the world to understand that they do have an inalienable right to a life of success and abundance. Thanks so much for watching. Wherever you are in the world, God bless.